Broncos country. Hey, man, let's get it, dog. We back at it with another one, man. It's your boys over here at the Orange Crush Hour, JMX and Trav. And today we got a special guest, man. My boy, my brother, the one and only Jordan Lopez, man. Jordan, how you doing?
Doing good, man. We are 9-2. Things are looking good, and we still got to deal with some nonsense on social media, but it doesn't matter. Broncos are back, man. It just feels good that it's like the old days. You got the Colts being good, you got the Patriots being good. Now we got us being good. So everything was good back in the day, and now we're kind of reverting back to that. So it's good.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Every time I look at that playoff picture, I'm just like, bro, it just feels like the old era again. But hey, man, before we get into it, Trav, man, how you doing, bro?
Hey man, it feels like it's been a month since we played. That's what me and Jordan were talking about before the episode. Man, I'm just ready for the Broncos to be back, bro. And that's, it's crazy to say that in 2025, looking at where we've been in the past years, and it feels good, man. Like all the naysayers, bro, they're gonna see, bro, because it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, man. It's really just crazy to see. Like we 9-2, we the first seed right now. Probably how this thing is gonna go is, I think that the Patriots should win this week, so they're probably gonna be back at the one seed. But I mean, it's just crazy to think that it's our division again. We're actually playing, playoff football, bro. Like that Chiefs win definitely felt like a playoff game. But hey, man, let's jump right into it. So, as everybody knows, the Broncos, we are on a bye this week. And as of right now, we're sitting at 9-2, the number one seed in the AFC. And, hey, look, man, the Broncos chilling this week. You know what I'm saying? We didn't play a lot of this season. We ain't really racked up too many injuries. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to the training staff before we get into everything, man. But it feels good. We sitting here. And, I just want to talk about kind of the whole season so far. And, Jordan, I'm so glad we got you here on this one. You know, uh, let's just go over all 11 games the Broncos played so far. In totality. How have you guys felt about the offense over this 11 game stretch so far? And Jordan, let's go ahead and start with you, my brother. How have you felt about the offense? They definitely had its ups and its downs, but what's your take on the offense so far?
So through 11 games, I mean, and I've heard this, getting talked about a lot now that we're at the bye, but I'm glad that we are a fourth quarter team than the other way around. I know a lot of people are frustrated that first three quarters we're really not showing up, but we show up for the fourth quarter. I'd rather it be like that than the other way around, because you do lose games in the NFL in the fourth quarter no matter what. Every single game in the NFL, no matter how bad the teams are you're going against, it's always a one score game, and anybody can beat anybody at any given time. And I think you've seen with the Broncos that they know how to finish games and close games out. You saw that last year how we struggled a bit with that. You saw last year with the Chiefs how they're in every one of their games were one score games, and look at them, they went to the Super Bowl and all that. With us, we've been great in one score games, and especially this offense. I know Boaz had his ups and downs a bit, but not everything is on him. There's been a lot of dirty hands in the offense and in the operation, but as long as they continue to finish in the fourth quarter, that's all I care about. But listen, 9-2, and the offense has been inconsistent to say the least. That I mean, that I think that's just even more scary because once they get this thing going, I mean, sky's the limit for this offense.
Yeah, man, Trav.
Yeah,
What
I
about
agree.
you, bro?
Yeah, I agree. And Bo Nix kind of talked about it in an interview. He's like, the defense comes first, and they give us the ball, and we win the game. And I think that sums it up for this team is they're going to win the game in the clutch, and you know they signed a big piece or extended a big piece today that you could say has been a big clutch factor in Will Lutz. Until 2028, they're locking up the key guys to try to win and keep winning. So I think the offense has been. I mean, I think it's been mid, but at the same time, you can't ask for more. They're in the clutch. They're winning the game.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I definitely think the offense has had its ups and its downs. I just still want the offense to kind of be at its I'll say just a little bit more, just very much more consistent. But I think we're coming off our best, probably, in my opinion. Obviously not statistically, but I think our best kind of offensive showing of the season. You're playing a really good defense, a top five defense to go out there, and this is kind of it was just a consistency for me, like really through all 4 quarters. I thought they played really well. I thought Bo was his calmest that he's been all season. I'll say that. I thought the play calling was aggressive. You got to see them work Pat Bryant over the middle of the field a little bit. This was kind of his breakout game. The run game wasn't the best, but I felt like when they needed to run the ball, that they were really successful with it, especially late in that game. Basically, Quinn Minor he was just pushing piles, bro. That's pretty much it was. But I think overall through the season, I just want to see us be more consistent. And I think, I mean, now, bro, like they kind of picked up, like if they can continue this, they have a chance to come out of this bye rolling a little bit, and you're playing 2 teams whose defenses are just not that great in Washington, in Vegas, and in Vegas. And those are going to be on the road environments, so it may be a little tough. But I think overall, man, the Broncos offense should be rolling. I don't really see why not. I think you got to go kind of with not the same game plan, but the same kind of approach. If you having success against the Chiefs, then there's no reason why you should go out there and struggle against a team like the Commanders, whose secondary has been atrocious. Who they have one of the worst defenses in the league, and the Raiders are not so far ahead of them. So I definitely think we gotta stretch to kind of ease in, because once we play Jacksonville and we get into that Packers part of the schedule, we're gonna need the offense to really kind of pick it up a bit. But it just sucks to see J.K. Dobbins out, bro. And that's just kind of where I'm at with it. The offense, that's one of the biggest blows that I think this offense could have taken, if not the biggest blow. But I mean, hey man, transition to the defense, because I feel like the NFL's kind of forgot already that this Broncos defense is the best in the league, bro. They're the best defense in the league. I don't know what people are tripping on. Bro, what the Texans did last night, and I'm not trying to discredit them. They had a great game. They played one of the best quarterbacks in the league, no doubt about it. How many times have the Broncos done the same shit, bro? The Broncos have done this, bro. We were doing this last season, bro. How many sacks they had last night? Like 8?
They had 8.
Bro, the Broncos had 9 in the game, bro. Like, I mean, like what everybody saw the Texans do last night, the Broncos do this shit on a damn near regular basis. I mean, it was impressive. I give them their credit, but I mean, bro, I was looking at that game kind of like I'm kind of more sweet on Buffalo more than anything. But hey man, this defense, is just kind of on a historic pace. And what do you guys think of this defense just so far this season? Like, and also, do you guys think that this defense gonna break the sack record?
Oof, I mean that sack record is very much in reach, which I thought in the beginning of the season. Like I know they started off the season hot with the sacks, but I thought that was going to cool down a bit. But did not know they were going to keep up this trend of just keeping on pace with it. But I will say that they're going to be really close to it. And I think that extra game is going to help them get it. But man, I know the Texas defense is really good, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but Broncos have multiple players at the top with quarterback pressures. Cooper and Benito are at the top of sacks. We've given them the least amount of TDs allowed in the season. I think we're 3rd in the league in yards allowed. I mean, red zone has been more than excellent. I mean, that has to be another historic thing that they're doing in the red zone. So this defense has everything. And last season they were susceptible to the run a little bit. This year, they've been good against the run. So they fixed that problem a bit as well. And this is without a 100% not on a snap count of a Dre Greenlaw. So once Dre Greenlaw really gets going, I mean, it just gets even scarier. So I still believe the Broncos have the best defense in the league. And I think you're really going to see it now when we start getting these cold weather games going into December and January. I think they're really going to flourish then.
Yeah, I agree. I think Denver has the best defense, but it's unfortunate this league is in the national media is based off of what you've done for me most recent. The Denver Broncos defense, I mean, it's the best, bro. And I'll give Houston the credit. It can be 1A, 1B, but Houston's not the best defense in the league, man. It's Denver. Look what Denver's done without Pat Surtain. And I mean, Alex Singleton missed a game. I mean, and I know people are going to say that's not a factor. When you lose your green dot linebacker, any other team, that's going to hurt them. Denver's defense is stacked from top to bottom. There's a reason that they could possibly break the sack record. And it's kind of like Vance Joseph. I don't know if y'all seen that podcast with Vance. He said Nick Benito is like the most nonchalant guy. Like he's not selfish at all because if he got to go every single play, he would have the most sacks in the league. But they play complementary football. They play off of each other. It's not a selfish game, and that's what makes this defense so good. All the D line, the edge rushers, the safeties, they all just play a role. J Mac, Jaquan McMillan, Jade
Yeah,
Barron, they all just play a specific role and they do it well. And you don't find that on every football team.
that's a fact. And I think, I think we got the best defense one because the Texans defense has been one of the worst in the red zone. And the Broncos defense has been the best in the red zone. And that's kind of when it matters the most. Not to mention the Texans are still like 16 sacks behind the Denver Broncos. Um, Depth purposes, I don't even think it's close. I think when you look at the Broncos, bro, from a secondary perspective, you can go damn near position by position, and I think we're better. I think the Texans have a better linebacking group, maybe, but I mean, you want to go player by player, and you want to go depth for depth. I don't even think it's really a conversation to be had, and that's no shot at Houston though. I do want to give them their props. Like they're an elite defense. Like they're definitely number two, but we can't sit here and act like the top dog ain't Denver. I mean, it just is what it is, bro. Like, we got multiple guys who can get sacks a game. Like, don't get it twisted. Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter, they're great. But can you imagine if Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper got that same snap count that they do? Because
Yep.
let's be real, the snap count ain't even close. Like, the Broncos rotate almost every single play. So imagine if you gave Bonito and Cooper that same snap count as Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter. Like shit gonna get spooky, bro. But the Broncos don't have to do that because we got depth there, and that's just something that I just think it's just funny to look at. But I think overall, bro, on the season, this defense has been just historic. The additions of Talanoa Hufanga, oh my god, bro, this brother here is ridiculous. Like, look, I love PJ Locke, I do, but god damn, boy, it's night and day. I mean, it's really crazy. Like, I mean, if you watching the tape, bro, this dude fly. I mean, he can cover like a corner. He's active in the run game. He's active around the line of scrimmage. He can play box. You can line him up in man, zone, wherever you want to. He just does everything, bro. Greenlaw, since he's been back, has been absolute money. The coverage spot at the linebacker since he's been playing has just been night and day. The Kansas City was really trying to go to Brashad Smith a lot, and Dre Greenlaw was not having that shit whatsoever. And just overall, bro, this team secondary, even without Pat Surtain, Chris Abrams drain, and like Trav brought up, Jaquan McMillan, Jade Barron, they've all been money. Riley Moss, even though the league is trying their absolute best to make this man an atrocious player. But I mean, look, bro, the whole secondary has just been phenomenal. And I want to give a huge shout out to Vance Joseph, bro. I was once very critical of this man. And I feel like it was deservedly so. When he first came to Denver, the defense was like put nice. It was abysmal, bro. It was awful. He was not figuring it out. And hey man, his development, the way they've been able to go get these guys in free agency, these under the radar signings, and guys like Brandon Jones, developing guys like Benito, Cooper, McMillan, underrated signers, and Zach Allen, and then they also made the big money signings, Greenlaw, Hufanga, and just kind of just keep building, drafting a guy like Chris Evans drained in the 5th round. Stranad developed. I mean, Van
Yep.
Joseph has just done a great job. Him and that defensive staff, bro. I mean, this unit, and I thought the unit was great before he got here, but like he's just transformed it into something else, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, for him to come to Denver and set his pride aside and being like, yo, like, cause he got fired here, bro. Like, I'm not saying that was a bad decision by the Broncos, but hey, man, he's coming in this building with his head down, and he's just got put to work. And if we being honest, he's kind of bailed out Sean Payton a little bit, especially some of these
Yep.
games, bro. He's been money, and I can't do anything but praise the guy, bro, because the Broncos legitimately could have, if Myles Garrett can calm the hell down, can have back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards.
I mean, I know Trav mentioned it earlier, but that Vance Joseph interview with Peter Schrager was awesome. And he talks about his time when he got fired and then having to come back to Denver and, his love for the city of Denver, the organization. And again, there were fans out there and writers and media just that really went on Vance. And at the time, it was deserving so, but to still come back to that same organization, take on a DC role and then do the job that you're doing right now is it says a lot about him as a person, and all the players love him. And I do believe he's going to be a head coach again, and that might be next year. And I know a lot of Broncos fans obviously will be Broncos number one, but I think the majority of Broncos fans will be rooting for him whenever he takes out of the job. Hopefully, it's not in division, which I don't think it will be, but I think he will have a very good stint as a second time head coach.
Yeah, like I would. I'm gonna be honest. I think I speak for all Bronco fans when I say I kind of don't want him to leave, bro. Like they gotta. Hey, look, the Penner family can pay that man. I'm making this man the highest paid DC that you can because the the thing for me is also, bro. He's playing well against Mahomes. Not if I'm playing. He's coaching well against Mahomes and Andy Reid, and that's huge, bro. Because look, everybody's saying we're gonna be fine with Jim Leonard. We don't know that yet. I'm not
Don't
saying
know
that
that.
he won't be good, but there is no certainty that he could come in and want to run his own defense. You know what I'm saying? Get promoted and want to run things his way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie. I think we gotta do everything we can because I don't think there's a lot of jobs right now that's just like screaming. Like the Giants, you're obviously getting set up to fail. I mean, and I mean outside of that, like who's gonna be who? Like, are the Raiders gonna fire Pete Carroll? Mike McDaniel looking like he's gonna be solid. So like, what job? I'm trying to think what jobs are available. Honestly,
I heard that
will
he's
be
like
available.
possibly going to be the front runner for the Titans, but at the same time, I think Denver
Why
has the.
would you do that?
I think they have the money to just pay him what a head coach would get paid. I mean, if you want to win for the long term, you got to keep Vance, man. Like that's you just pay him what he would get paid and just keep him as a DC is what I think. I mean, he's been such a big factor this season, and I don't I don't really know that he would be a good head coach. I mean, like I would be rooting for him because of what he's doing in Denver currently and so forth. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know if he has that it factor to really coach a winning football team. I mean,
Yeah. Like I mean, look, and I'll be honest. I think with Vance, it's just kind of one of those things where some guys are just meant to be coordinators. And I'm not saying he can't go to a team like given the right team. I feel like he can come in and make an impact because we're seeing like guys like Mike McDonald. He goes to Seattle. He gets guys like Clint Kubiak, and they're running amok out there. So I really feels like it just bringing in the right staff, and I think him being with Sean Payton, kind of seeing what that looks like, I think it could help him. I just hope he don't go nowhere. I mean, I would hope he wouldn't leave this all-time unit. Like, I would hope, you know what I'm saying, he can kind of stay and be like, yo, like, let's finish the job here. Let's go get a Super Bowl, and then I'll talk about leaving. But, I mean, we'll see. I mean, if he does leave, I think the Broncos get, what, 2 comp third-round picks?
Yeah, they will for sure be getting compensatory picks, but and this might be like a Ben Johnson situation too. Like
Yeah.
you don't really want to just take a job just because it's a head coaching job. Like it has to be desirable. Like
Yeah.
and what also makes me believe that he might stay be just because of the jobs that are out there. He talked a lot about ownership group in that interview with Traeger, and he understands like the importance, especially with the Denver owners and how reliable they are and how great they are. So like
he
you
knows
can
he's getting
interview for
paid.
all these jobs you want. If that ownership group is not good, Vance is not going to go there because now he knows the importance of it. So yeah, I think there's a very high chance that he comes back and then we obviously we bump up his pay. So I wouldn't be too frightened about that right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think if there's somebody in house that gets a job, I think it's going to be Davis Webb, man, and I don't want that to happen, but I just think as a football mind, man, there's a lot of teams that could use Davis Webb, especially I mean like the Titans with Cam Ward. I mean Davis Webb could be that mind over there and probably help his game, but I hope not because Bo Nix loves Davis Webb. We've seen that in that interview today. So
hmm Yeah, and I think that's a good transition to my next topic. Um, hey man, look, our quarterback 10, man. I want to give a shout out to 10, bro. That man is the most scrutinized quarterback I think I probably ever seen in my life of watching football. Like I don't actually think, and I'm trying to really go back and think of what quarterback has come into the league like so hated on and just not just hated on, but just like, bro, I've never seen the quarterback get scrutinized for every single throw that they make. Like, like Bo Nix, and I don't know what it is. And I talked to some of the Broncos' biggest haters, you know, they just don't like him. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be so real. Like, every time I ask him, man, like, why don't you like Bo Nix? Like, can you give me a football reason? It's like, I just don't think he's just like like everyone I've talked to, they're just like, I just don't think he's a good like. I just don't like him. I just don't think he's gonna pan out. Like, it's more of a feeling than it is football. And now like when he has bad games, I mean, it really just gets out of hand, bro. Like in the switch ups between the most insane takes I'll ever read. Just and I just gotta ask you guys, like how have you guys felt about Bo Nix this season? If you could rank him amongst quarterbacks as far as this season goes, like where would you rank him amongst like top 20, top 15, 10?
Well, I think even with the struggles this year, because of course, like I don't know, we're gonna get into it now, but like every quarterback has something to improve upon. Again, Bo's only in his second year, so there's some things to work on. But even with his, if you want to call it struggling year, right? He's still a top 15 quarterback, unquestioned, like not even a doubt, in my opinion. I mean, the fact that he's still like tied for third in total touchdowns, he's top 10 in passing yards, and all these metrics that actually matter, and not the other ones that don't. But at, the conversation about Bo is more so people being wrong about his pre-draft analysis because a lot of people want to be proved right, and since he's been in the league, he's been proving people wrong. So, a lot of people's egos do get hurt when that does happen. And then the funniest part is reading those people uh, tweet out whenever he does have a bad game and stuff. They'll tweet out their things, but when he has a good game, they'll do a complete 180, and they're always right. Like those people have to always be right, and it's just annoying. And that's why one of the many reasons why social media discourse with football is just so bad. But I mean, J Mac, you're right. He is the most scrutinized quarterback in the league right now. And I don't think it's like close at all.
At
I
all,
know
at all.
Jalen Hurts. I know Jalen Hurts has been criticized a lot, but he has a Super Bowl to back it up, and he's been in the league for a bit now. But it's crazy how every throw is under the microscope with Bo. Even though when you look at other fan bases and they just watch their quarterback and they're not judging every throw, they're not judging every single thing that their quarterback does. And I think Chris Sims said it best. I know we were talking about it, J Mac. Bo is doing all these things, and he's been struggling with his footwork a bit. He's been struggling with some things a bit. Despite all of that, he has an offense that is very, very basic to say the least. And they're killing teams on just basic stuff. And they don't really have a superstar on offense.
Mm-mm.
And Bo has been struggling all this, and Bo is still top 10 in a lot of metrics and has his team at 9-2. So I can only imagine to these people when Bo actually starts to play good, how this offense and how he's going to look like. Because my God, if he's struggling, and he's putting up these numbers. I can only imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like it's just popular to hate. I mean, even after that Kansas City game, I seen people on Twitter retweeting that pass that he threw to Troy Franklin to seal the game, and they were like, "That was a terrible pass." Like Franklin had to turn his body and make the catch, and I'm like,
I think
bro,
he's good
like,
this year.
I'm like, come on, bro. Like, if anything, Bo Nix is the reason Troy Franklin's having a okay year and kind of taking that jump that you want out of a year two wide receiver. I think Bo Nix is just popular to hate on. They just find anything to pick on. Yeah, his footwork has been kind of bad, but at the same time, like we're 9-2. Uh, he's in the top, like Jordan said, he's in the top of a lot of metrics, and I mean, he's the clutchest quarterback in football. Nobody will prove me wrong that he's not the clutchest quarterback in the NFL in the 2025 season. You put the ball in his hands, he's winning, bro. And I want my quarterback to do that every game.
That's a fact. Bro, he's been the best for the quarterback in the league, and I like how Jordan brought up what Chris Sims said. I mean, yeah, Bo at time, he does a lot of the I forgot what it's called in the pocket. Like, I mean, yeah, he's got happy feet. He does a lot of those phantom climbs in the pocket. Mechanically, it's kind of been up and down. But I think overall, though, given what he has to work with, I think we're seeing him play really well. And I think that's something people have to like. If Bo Nix was bad as everybody said we was, but the Broncos would not be 9-2. The Broncos, if
Dang.
bro, if you actually went and looked at what people have said, and you would have just thought the Broncos record would be like 3-8 right now. And I mean that just kind of is what it is, bro. It's not. I mean, Bo has moments where he shows what he can be, and I think everything has to go hand in hand. All the good quarterbacks we see, like bro, Mahomes came into the league with Andy Reid, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelsey, and I can keep going on. Joe Burrow, first real year he played, he had Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Like, I mean, bro, you can keep going down the line on all these great quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, look what the hell he had. Greg Jennings, Donald Driver. Like, you can keep going down the list of all these quarterbacks. There are only maybe a couple quarterbacks that you could say actually made receivers in this league. And bro, you look at what Bo has to work with. Like, dude, that matters to a quarterback's consistency and a quarterback's success. I've been saying it all year with Trav. Like, we don't get this man some help, he's gonna regress, and then he's gonna have a game like the Raiders game where the whole offense was terrible, but everybody points at Bo because now he's just kind of he's just doing anything he's trying to do anything he can to get a fucking first down, and now everything's out of whack, everything's rushed, everything. I mean, we just kind of see it, bro. I just can't wait in like the next couple years when the Broncos actually hit on some of these weapons that they've been trying to get. And I've been highly critical of them because I feel like they should have been more aggressive to get them. Like, it's no reason why guys should not be choosing to come to Denver. Like, I'm sorry, y'all got the money, y'all got the appeal, bro. You gotta be aggressive to make these things happen. And but all I know is just wait, bro, because once we get, like Jordan said, not even just superstars, but some stars on this offense. Because like we got to be honest, the Evan Ingram has not been it. Troy Franklin's been very up and down during the games. Pat Bryant's starting to come to his own a little bit, and Cortland Sutton has been Cortland Sutton, and he's been really good. I'm not trying to diss him. No, he has been really good, but this is kind of what we expected from Cortland Sutton a little bit. But man, once we get him in, first of all, once we get him a legitimate tight end, like once we get him these weapons to where once his weapons get consistent, he can get consistent. Like, people want to talk about struggles. I'm looking at JJ McCarthy. I want that same energy because Bo Nix never looked this bad. He never was out here throwing to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and out here looking like, brother, how did you get drafted? Like, I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, but I think overall, if I could rank him in, I want you guys to let me know where you would rank him. I would say Bo's probably been. I think he's been right outside the top 10. I think by the time the season's over, though, we can put him in top 10 conversations. Because to be honest, there's not really that many like great quarterbacks around the league. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I don't know why people think you got a handful of them that's like in the elite category, and you got the other ones that's kind of lingering. But like the guys that be putting ahead of him, like Trevor Lawrence and shit, like we got to cut this shit out, bro.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I know if you put him in now in the top 10 conversation, I know people would try to put you in jail for it. But I mean, his numbers say otherwise. His numbers last year even said that. But my favorite part, and I always laugh about it, and I never reply to it because it's talking to a wall at this point.
Yeah,
But like people try to compare like Bo Nix to like John Elway, right? Because of the numbers and stuff like that, and he's a Bronco and all that. So people love to say like you can't compare Bo to John Elway because the eras are different. Then all right, I get it, eras are different, but then you try to compare him to like a guy like Josh Allen, right? Struggled his first 2 years, all that. Then they got him a wide receiver, then he started to pick it up and stuff like that. And then they say, nah, you can't. He's an outlier. All right. And then we try to go, all right, Bo's a little bit like, which I think he's more like a Baker Mayfield, right?
that's a fact. Yeah, yeah.
So you try to compare him to Baker. Even like the guys like have rejuvenated their careers, the Baker Mayfield, the Sam Darnold, those type of QBs. Well, you can't really. All right. Well, at this point, what's the point of comparisons? Like every era has its differences. Every quarterback has their differences, but they give context. So just because his numbers are better than John Elway when the time being, it was better than Josh Allen his first 2 years, and it's better than Baker's and Sam Darnold's and all these guys. Doesn't mean that you can't compare them because no, you can't. You don't want them to compare them because it goes against what you're saying. Bo, his numbers are legit. Yes, is he struggling? Yes, he is a bit, but those numbers don't lie and they give context. And it's just one of my biggest pet peeves because these people, if it doesn't fit their narrative, it's just wrong and you can't compare them and all that. It's annoying.
It's a fact.
Yeah, I would probably have him in the top 10. Josh Allen played the best defense in football, as they say, and couldn't lead his team on a game-winning drive. Bo Nix did. I,
That's some, yeah.
I would have
That's a
Bo Nix
fact.
in the top 10, bro. I mean, there's just, in my opinion, the it factor in the fourth quarter. There's nobody better than him, and I think you have to have him in the 10 to 12 range right now. If you're looking at the fact that he is winning his team games when it matters, and that's the most important part about this game.
Yep.
That's a fact. And one thing I want to say before we go on is that, Trav brought up a great point. We saw Bo Nix go against that same Texans defense and ice the game. And people's excuse for Josh Allen is, well, look who the fuck he's throwing to. I mean, I could legit say the same thing. Like, I mean, no bullshit. I could say the same thing. I mean, shit, at least one of them's got James Cook. At least one of them's got, I don't even want to get into it, bro. But, I mean, bro, it's just crazy how some quarterbacks get passes when ours don't. I haven't, it's a few people that give Bo Nix a pass. Like, not even just a pass, but actually, like, sit down and say correct shit. Sometimes Colin Coward and Chris Sims. Now, if y'all know anybody else that says correct shit about him, because I'm not gonna lie, and I want to shout out to it was a tweet I saw about sleeper Broncos. I want to give a huge shout out to them. That the media don't know shit about us, bro. Apparently, according to Stephen A. Smith, Jaquan McMillan,
Oh
that brother
man,
wouldn't have been on the fucking field if Pat Surtain. Hey, look, if Pat Surtain was playing our starting nickel cornerback over the last 3 seasons, he wouldn't have been on the fucking field. So yeah,
Uh,
I thought that was real funny. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and move on. Um, Now look, the Broncos, like I said, they're sitting at 9-2. Now after the bye week, I think, yeah, because next week is week 12, right? Yeah, it's week 12, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So the Broncos have at Washington, at Raiders, then they have Green Bay at home, I believe, Jacksonville at home, at Kansas City on Christmas, and then the Chargers in Denver.
Yep.
How do you guys think the Broncos will finish for the season? And do you think the Broncos will get the 1 seed?
Man, one seed, that race is going to be interesting.
Whew.
I mean, I do believe that that Commanders game and that Raiders game should be wins. Now, I will say, I said it before, and I'll say it again. It is the NFL. You can't be beating any given week. But I do believe that the bye week came at a perfect time. Broncos had won 7 games in 39 days. And I know Sean Payton mentioned that on the CBS broadcast, which is very, very rare, like in the history of the NFL. So I think the break was much needed, and I thought you saw that against the Chiefs. So I think this bye week is going to be big. I think the players are going to come in rejuvenated and more healthy. I do believe they win that Commanders and that Raiders game. That Packers game at home, though, is going to be a bit difficult. I know we're really good at home, but I can see that being a bit of a power struggle. And then also that Jacksonville Jaguars game. The Jags are sneaky. You don't know
See
what
what I'm
type of
saying?
game. You don't know what type of game you're going to get from them. They can
Mm-hmm.
either be really dog shit or they could be really good. You just can't tell.
Thank you.
But I do like that the Broncos Chiefs game is on Christmas Day because I know a lot of people have already not announced that the Broncos have won the division, but that might be another big game for the division. And it's not going to be so for the Chiefs to win it, but to widen our gap or maybe even clinch it against the Chargers because the Chargers are still right there. Um, if the Chargers ever do get healthy, I think they can make a real push at it as well. But I do believe the Broncos are going to end up with at least 13 wins, which is insane to say. And that that 1 seed is very much in play. I know the Patriots have an easy schedule though, so it's going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree with what Jordan was saying. However, I do think that we match up really well against Green Bay. Their offense since losing Tucker Kraft has been probably almost as bad as ours, if not worse. So I think that's going to
Yeah.
be a defensive game. Jacksonville, you never know who's showing up. But I don't know why, bro. I think we're only going to have one more loss for the season. Like, I feel it in my gut, bro. And I feel like it's going to come to Kansas City, bro. That's what I told JMac. I think it's going to come to Kansas City on Christmas. They're going to Grinch us, bro, steal our game, and ruin our Christmas. I just feel that way. Um, Maybe drop a game to the Chargers if we're clinched for the division, if we don't play our starters. But I don't know, bro.
Mm-mm.
I know for sure, like you said, Jordan. I think we're locked for at least 13 wins, bro. Like I had us at 12-5 before the season. Um, yeah, I think we're guaranteed 13 wins based off of this unit.
Yeah, I had us at 12 wins before the season, but I'm kind of with Jordan. And I try to tell you, I remember me and Travis talking about this. I think the last episode we did. That Jaguars game has trap written all over it. Like
Yeah.
you said, you don't know what Jacksonville you're gonna get. And if you look at the way I think the last few times we played Jacksonville, they played us tough. I remember I think the last time they came to Denver was that Gardner Minshew game when he turned into fucking I don't even know what player to describe he turned into in that game, but he absolutely gave us that work. But I mean, I think I think it's gonna be interesting. I definitely think that Chiefs Christmas game. It's no way in hell they even let us win that game on Christmas
No.
in Kansas City. I just like it's gonna be no way in hell they're gonna let the Broncos sweep the Chiefs. That'll have to be some shit. The only way I think we can necessarily why I give us 100% win is if like Pat Mahomes get hurt, God forbid, and he's out in that game, and it's like oh yeah, the Broncos are for sure gonna win. But oh hell nah. If people think we're gonna go in there on a short week and win that game, you saw how bad the rest was in Denver. The hell you think would happen to Arrowhead? We not gonna win that. Look, hey, look, I love my team. If we win that game, I'll be fucking shocked. I'll be more shocked if we won this the past one we just won. But I would say 13-4. We would have to do that to get the 1 seed. I'll drop my AFC predictions. The Patriots have a really interesting schedule. The Colts, they got a lot of division games, so that can kind of go, you know, either way. But the Broncos just got to really just take care of their business. Like they can afford at the most 2 losses. I think Green Bay. Now, if Jaden Reed was still out, I'd be like, this 100% a win. But he's back, so it's gonna be a little tough because he's explosive. But I think the last time we saw Jordan Love in Denver,
Oof.
Broncos was able to take care of business with that, and his defense has been way better. And like you said, Tucker Crap is out for the year. We don't know. I don't know how if Josh Jacobs is out for a minute or not. I don't know. I don't remember seeing if he was like out for a period of time. But just the way Green Bay offense has been playing, how up and down it's been. I think if they walk into Denver, I like our chances. Now we was on the road in that game. I'll be like, I don't know. We probably might drop that one, but I think 13-4 is most likely. I think it's gonna be a tough one though, and I'm glad I saw Bo Nix put like basically saying did we're 0-0 again, because that's huge, bro. Like the fact that the team has the mindset because. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Those last 4 games gonna be some battles. Hell, I'll even say 5. The Raiders, they're not a good football team, but it's an in division game, and every game we play the Raiders, that's their Super Bowl, bro. Like they want to beat the Broncos, so those last 5 games are definitely gonna be a little tough stretch. But I think the Broncos can go 13-4. That Chargers game, the last game of the season, I don't even think the only way we sit our players is if we lock up the 1 seed. We're not sitting our players if the 1 seed is on the line. I don't think Sean is going to do that. But
I agree.
Jordan brought up a good point. Yeah, the Chargers just aren't healthy, bro. And that's going to come back to bite them in the ass because their schedule, the Chargers' schedule for the rest of the season, holy hell. I mean, they're on a bye this week. Then they got the Raiders. So that should be a win. But then they got the Eagles at Kansas City, at Dallas, Houston, and then at Denver that last game.
Oof.
Good God. And with the injuries they got, even that Cowboys game is gonna be a tough. That's gonna be a tough get for them. But hey, man, we'll see. But I would say right now, 13-4 looks more likely because I think we'll drop one to the Chiefs. But I mean, hey, look, if the Broncos go 14-3, bro, like holy shit, like I think 14-3 is very doable. But that'll be bro, if we finish season 14-3 and we got the bye, holy shit. I'm just hoping that the wild cards pan out in our favor, bro. I'm hoping the wild cards isn't like Baltimore, KC, and Buffalo, bro, because I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, bro, they finna win every single wild card game, bro. Like you just know it. But I think It's gonna be interesting to see though. This one seed race, this push, bro, it's gonna be crazy, dog. Because the Patriots' schedule isn't easy after their next like 3 games. After their next 2 games, it gets difficult. The Colts, they like I said, they got a whole bunch of divisional games, and the Jaguars play them tough. So we gonna see, man. But can you imagine if we get the one seed and I think I had it playing out where I had Pittsburgh playing the Colts in the first round of the playoffs. See, can you imagine if Denver gets to play Pittsburgh in the second round of the playoffs,
That'd be
coming off the
nice.
bye? Man,
Be awesome.
oh my god. But yeah, man. Moving on to the next topic. Some interesting stuff kind of came out today. I do want to address. I want to give a huge shout out to Will Lutz. Now I don't know how much of the extension was. I don't think that still come out. If y'all can find it, just go ahead and let me know. But I don't know what the extension was, but I know it was a 3-year deal, and that's big time because Will Lutz has been absolutely amazing. Outside of that missed kick against the Colts, this brother has been absolute money this season. That Chiefs game, bro, a 54-yarder is not an easy kick to make. I don't give a damn where you at, bro. That was big time, dog. Like, and I mean, he's actually locked in right now. But I was telling Trav this, Jordan, bro. Every time I see this man Will Lutz now, I just see that video of Sean Payton running on the field and telling this man right fucking through. Because I was at that game, bro, and I was nervous. I was like, Will, bro, please make this goddamn kick so I can talk my shit. But yeah, man, shout out to Will Lutz. But hey, man, there's been some interesting developments in the league. The Saints waived Brandon Cooks, and the Texans waived Damian Pierce. And I kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on those two players. First of all, do you guys think the Broncos should go sign a running back? And do you think Brandon Cooks would make sense in Denver?
Start on the running back front. That Dameon Pierce getting waived and then clearing waivers, I thought was also very interesting. I thought someone would have put a waiver in from, but I do believe actually Dameon Pierce will help this Broncos running back room, especially with Dobbins being out. Adds a little bit more physicality to the room and stuff like that. In terms of Brandon Cooks, it is a bit interesting. I am a wide receiver guy, and I've been very, very known for not liking this room and how it's currently constructed. So I would love any help from anybody, and that would include Brandon Cooks. But I do understand, and I do know that Sean Payne has these archetypes that he loves for wide receivers, especially for the Broncos. And that's another conversation for another day. But I do believe Cooks can be a help in this wide receiver room, whether that is either mentoring a guy like a Troy Franklin, a guy like a Marvin Mims, who should be playing a lot more and should be getting the ball a lot more, and they only use him as a punt returner. But again, that's another conversation for another day. But I do believe Brandon Cooks can help out this wide receiver room one way or the other. I just believe that. And Damian Pierce, going back to the running backs, I would really hope the Broncos can look into that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the running back is super important. You got three guys that kind of do the same thing, and we've seen in that Chiefs game that the run game just didn't look that good. Um, I think Damian Pierce is a like you just got to nod your head and get him. He's 25. I still feel like he has upside. I feel like the scheme in Houston after his rookie year changed, so it took away from his production. Brandon Cooks, I think he would help the offense. I just don't think that it's a Sean Payton move. Sean Payton coached him before. Brandon Cooks has a big personality, and you kind of see with the negotiating and requesting to be cut from the Saints right now. And I feel like this Denver Broncos team is about culture and fitting in with the culture they have. And I don't know if Brandon Cooks would be that guy. So I doubt that's the move they're going to make.
Yeah, starting off with the Brandon Cooks thing, I'm not against it. You know how I feel about this wide receiver room. I think it'll be really good to have him, especially on some of those third downs. Not to mention just that, like I think the Broncos could really use a guy like him since they're really not using Mims in this way. A guy that can kind of win in the slot a little bit. He would definitely, I think, help out in the red zone too, because Sean loves to run those play action and those quick games in the red zone. I think he could definitely help out with that with just his size and his speed. I think he got phased out of New Orleans because they're obviously trying to go young there. But I look, man, I'm not gonna turn down another weapon. I mean, this was a team that was trying to go get motherfucking Traylon Burks. And I feel like Brandon Cooks is like 10 times a better player than Treylon Burks. And matter of fact, I want to shout out Treylon Burks for choosing Washington over Denver. Good shit, my brother. But yeah, I mean, look, I think Brandon Cooks will be a solid pickup. I just don't think the Broncos will make it.
I don't think so
Only
either.
because we're seeing them finally work in Pat Bryant. And I think if you bring him in, it's going to be a little difficult to kind of find him just a role. But the reason why I say I would do it personally is because if one of those guys go down in the room, you're extremely thin at wide receiver.
Okay.
Like the group isn't already like, oh my God, the Broncos wide receivers. But if one dude goes down, bro, it's gonna be rough. So I'll be like, I mean, when you got a guy like him on the market, I feel like it's a low risk, medium reward type of thing. Like you're not gonna get a superstar, but I don't think it'll hurt. Like, I mean, look, you can go watch Tyler Lockett's tape. He's out there routing shit up for the Raiders. He just can't get the goddamn football. I mean, that's just a fact. But I don't think Brandon Cooks would hurt. Damian Pierce, on the other hand, I think this would be a perfect get. We need that bruiser type back, with JK being out. And this is a dude who's young, doesn't really get hurt like that. He's good as a kick returner, which I don't think the Broncos are going to use him there. But just in case, because shit, we had Michael Vandy out there when Marvin Mims got hurt. God damn. Shit, bro. But, I feel like he can bring a lot to the table. I think, he has underrated speed, especially for the type of back that he is. I think a lot of people, like, in Houston, they know, like, I mean, this dude got some speed, bro. And for being, like I said, his size and the type of running back he plays, you wouldn't think so. He's still young. I think let me see, I got it. How old is he?
He's 25.
He's 25, bro. So, yeah, he's 25. And the Texans just basically was like, we only going to play you on special teams. And he's better than half the backs they got in the room. So, him getting cut, hey, man, I was fine with it. But I think he will be huge for this offense because we need that. And I don't think, look, people talking about Gus Edwards. He's way better than Gus Edwards, bro. Yeah. Like, it's almost night and day on how good the difference is between those two. And I think, bro, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Like, if I was the Broncos, why not claim him? Like, he's right there. Like, you just going to make shit even difficult because now he's a free agent. And now he can choose where kind of he wants to go depending on what offers he gets. But, I mean, hey, look, I'm not against Damian Pierce, bro. I think getting him, it would help us, especially because I'm going to be real. Between Tyler Bidet and Jaleel McLaughlin, like, look, Jaleel played good. I'm not going to say he played bad, but we all know come playoff time and when he gets down in these games, we need a guy that can break tackles and just kind of wear your defense out a little bit. And those three running backs we got, they are all kind of the same archetype of running back. And we need a guy to kind of shake things up. But knowing Sean Payton, he loves this group of guys. So I don't know if we'll make the move, but hey, man, it'll be fun. Most definitely be fun.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid a wide receiver tells you, "Hey, come get me," all this stuff, and then be like, "Nah, I'm good." But,
but are y'all? Hey, let me ask y'all a question about wide receivers. Odell is not suspended anymore. I mean, are you out on that? I mean, we're not in on the receiving room. Hey, if you can't get Cooks and you can get Odell for this run, are you doing it or not?
Look, I love Odell. I would bring Odell in for the vibes, but
the vibes.
That's crazy, JMX. That's crazy.
But I have to be real.
You just want to see him dance or what?
I will bring in Odell just to like bring in more popularity as the season goes along. Like, oh, we got Odell. You know what I'm saying? I can make a cool little Odell Broncos vid, make a little edit of him and Bo Nix when he was in his prime. Like, there's a lot of stuff we can do with that. But Odell now, I love him. But brother, it's time. It's time, brother.
I knew you were going to say that.
Healthy,
that's why I asked. I knew you were going to say that.
Bro, he just cannot stay. Like, he cannot. That brother get tackled, it's over. Like, I mean, it is, bro. I mean, I hate to say it, but damn. Like, I mean, but look, hey, look, with all that being said, I would sign him for the cheap. Bro, I mean, it'll be cool to see Odell in the pregame warm-ups with the drip, you know what I'm saying, hitting dances. I would love it. Shit, I would love it to catch a few passes every now and then, but nah, he wouldn't probably. Nah. He probably wouldn't.
Just for the vibes, though, right?
Nah, 100% for the vibes. I'll probably get Odell Bronco jersey because it's like Odell played for my team. You see what I'm saying? But impact, nah, I'll probably take all 4 guys over him, man.
Yeah, we got a little Jordan Humphrey, so we good.
Yeah,
Oh
facts,
no, no, no,
facts.
see, no, no. I'll be honest. I'll take Odell at this point in his career over any version of Lil Jordan Humphrey, any goddamn version.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
we need more blocking wide receivers because that's our biggest weakness, not actually catching the ball and being a dynamic playmaker. You know, so
Now, okay, look, I do want to say this about LJH. I want to give him his props. I thought, there was no, look, I never doubted that there was going to be a difference in the blocking game. There was a difference, especially in this Casey game. But with all that being said, like the fact that that's the 17 we brought in, it just still fucks in my goddamn head, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, if you would have told me Broncos would have brought in a receiver at the deadline that were at number 17 and got fucking dreads, I'd have been like, oh shit, hey, we going to the bowl. And it's my worst goddamn nightmare. You would have told me that, bro. I would have been running around, all type of shit, excited, and just for my bro, like that's how crushed I would have been like if you told your son at 9 years old, we're going to Disneyland. Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro. Like that's exactly what that shit is, man.
Hey, it helped Pat Bryant though, brother.
I mean, hey, but my thing is, what the hell was we calling that couldn't, bro? We could have been running Pat Bryant like this the whole season. What did bringing in little Jordan do? Like, I mean, I'm just being for Pat Bryant though. Like, what did that do?
The week before, bro, we seen Trent Sherfield blocking on a screen for Troy Franklin. I would much rather Jordan Humphrey be in the screen package
Agree,
blocking
100%.
than 5'10" Trent Sherfield, bro. Like,
yeah, no, that's a fact.
That was that signing was horrible, by the way.
No, it was, but Jalen Waddle is just I don't give a shit about blocking when it comes to Jalen Waddle. But hey man, look, it is what it is. But I do want to say I definitely think he's gonna make a difference in the blocking game, but it just don't really make sense to me. And if y'all think I'm wrong, just correct me in the comments. But how did bringing him in open up Pat Bryant? Like, I'm just being real though. Like, how was that the reason?
Because he doesn't have to block as much. He doesn't have to block as much. He doesn't have to be in the blocking packages, bro. Now you got Jordan Humphrey to do that.
He can be in both. He can be in both.
I want him to catch the football. I don't want him to he can block when he needs to, bro. But I would much rather have Jordan Humphrey blocking and have Pat Bryant running routes, bro.
Nah, I mean I agree, but like, okay, Jordan, am I tripping? Like, can't you put him in both packages?
It's a thing where it's a Sean Payne thing. Like, as much as I love Sean Payne, I really do. Like, he's part of that Bill Parcells tree, and I love it, and I love reading about it and stuff like that. But you just don't know where you're gonna get from a wide receiver room when it comes to Sean Payne, whether it's personnel packages and their roles. It's weird. It just is. Again, we might see it differently against the Commanders. You never know. Like, it's that inconsistent with how they're going to perform. So, but we just need more blocking wide receivers.
We all need to get you a Jordan Humphrey jersey. Like, everybody in the comments, we're gonna start a GoFundMe to get JMX Jordan Humphrey jersey, and you never know, we might be able to get the best blocking receiver Jordan Humphrey to sign it for you, JMX. I think that'd make your Christmas, brother.
I ain't gonna lie. Matter of fact, hold on.
You can put it on your wall, and you can put it on your wall in the back, bro.
You know what? I'll take it because I actually am out of toilet tissue. Yeah. So like, I just checked. I'm actually out of toilet tissue. I could definitely use it, my brother. As a matter of fact, yeah, I definitely could. But and I mean that with no disrespect. I mean, I'm just being dead ass. Like, I'm actually out of I'm actually out. No bullshit. I actually gotta go to the store. Appreciate you reminding me of that, Trav. But yeah, hey man, going on to the next topic. Award award predictions for the rest of for the season so far, man. The award is obviously MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and biggest, like, I'll say, how can I phrase this award? Like, biggest offseason signing. Both of y'all go. There's a lot of them, I'm not gonna lie.
With the first one, with MVP, listen, it's gonna be an unpopular pick just because of what social media says. But again, you're not 9-2 because of your quarterback playing bad. So I understand Zach Allen has had a great year. Benito's had a great year. and some of the other defensive players have had a good year, but the quarterback's a big reason why we're 9-2. So I'm still giving that to Bo Nix.
I love it.
Um,
What about you, Trav?
the MVP of the team. Mm,
It's a lot, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I'd give it to Bo Nix because when it comes down to the clutch, he wins those games. So I think in the stretch, he's the most valuable player because he's putting your team in scoring position to win the game.
Yeah, I would. It's tough for me. MVP. I would probably have to. It's tough because Nick Benito has been just fantastic, and it's taking me everything not to give it to him. But I will give it to Bo. I'm gonna give it to Bo. Like the fourth quarters have just been insane. The game winning drives, the comeback against the Giants, this game against Kansas City. Like he should have had another one against the Colts. Like he's
Yeah.
been unbelievable. Like anytime the Broncos get the ball back, I'm just knowing now like we're probably gonna win this football game. The drive against the Texans was huge. I'm had to give it to Bo Nix, and I know I said I have him outside the top 10. I probably put him in the top 10 just because of the fourth quarter, bro. He's been just straight on the money. Offensive player of the year so far. I'm gonna go honorable mention for me. I'm gonna go J.K. Dobbins. He has been hurt, so I don't feel like I don't know if it's okay to give it to him because he's hurt now. But I mean, actually, no, I can give it to him because it's been so far. But I'm gonna say honorable mention. Outside of him, I'm trying to think, man, our receiving core. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna give it to Quinn Miners, bro. He's had another All Pro season. I'm gonna give it to our All Pro guard, bro. He's been money.
There you go. You see, when me and J Mac used to do a pod together and stuff like that, J Mac knew I always loved the offensive lineman for awards because we ain't had nothing at wide receiver to give it to. And guess what? I'm gonna give it to Garrett Bowles because you know what? That guy has
No,
been
he's
a
been one of
stud.
these. He's probably gonna be All Pro for sure.
Hey, Garrett Bowles actually might win the Protector of the Year award.
That's a fact.
So I'm gonna give it to him.
He's been insane, bro. He's been probably one of the, if not the best, for sure, top two, top three left tackle in the league.
Yeah.
Well, since you guys both picked offensive linemen, I really like what I've seen from Troy in the last 4 games. I feel like in the big moments he makes plays. I'm gonna give my offensive to Troy Franklin. I think in the stretch, I think he's breaking out, man. He's gonna have 1,000 yards, JMX. He's gonna have 1,000 yards. He's on pace for it. And
Hey, I don't mind that. I don't
I,
mind that pick.
I mean,
See,
before you go, JMX, my biggest problem is people critique him so much because they focus on the drops and they don't focus on when he makes big plays. There's been a lot of moments where he's helped his team win games too.
no, that's a fact. You see, I was gonna make a really messed up joke that I know people was gonna kill me for. I was gonna, I mean, I was just gonna say, I was gonna give it to him, but he just dropped it. But I'm just playing though, man. Hey, look, Troy Franklin, he is coming on. Though. Like I said, he's one of those guys. He just has his highs and his lows, bro. Like his highs are really high, but it's like, brother, like we can just trim down a bit on the drops. Like just trim down on just a little bit. Like his drops come at the worst times. They come on third downs. They come on the money shot of the game. It's going deep. He's what? Oh, shit. Then I can't even get the call out. But I mean, overall, though, he has been playing well. He had a really good game against Kansas City. I didn't say really good. He had a good game against Kansas City. He definitely, as the game went on, he really helped us down that stretch, man. Those two passes he caught really helped turn the tides of those games and ice the game, to be honest. Defensive player of the year, I'm going Nick Benito. I mean, Pat, I feel like it's not even good to give it to Pat no more because Pat is just goddamn the GOAT damn near. So I'm going to give it to Nick Benito, bro, for sure. Honorable mention is 100% Zach Allen, though. That brother there is disgusting. Oh, my God.
So just to change it up a bit, instead of going for Benito, I will go with Zach Allen just because he's just an. I mean, to the fact that we were having conversations about who would we rather have, Zach Allen or Draymond Jones,
Oh, my
is
God.
it's foolish looking back at it now. But Zach Allen, and that's all due respect to Jones. I mean, he was good in his time as Denver, but
He was.
Zach Allen has been an absolute monster. Somehow he got better from last year, which I don't see how that's possible. And then honorable mention, And yeah, maybe he is the Bo Nix of the defense, but Riley Moss. Just got to give him
Hmm,
some recognition. Have
okay.
to.
Um, I think I'm gonna go with Hufanga, man. Just the way he flies around and makes plays. Honestly, like I'm the type of fan like I like to root and buy jerseys of the guys that not everybody buys. I just bought a Hufanga jersey. He's became one of my favorite players on this team. It's just he's got that dog mentality and the way he flies around. It reminds me of when I was a kid watching Troy Polamalu just fly around, bro. And um, Hufanga is it's a dog. I think he's an All Pro.
Yep.
Dude, I went to the Texans game. Zach Allen is insane. I don't think I've ever seen a dude just kick ass for
He
60
took over
minutes
that game.
straight, bro. Bro, he was getting PBUs. I
Yep.
seen him do the strap. I was like, bro, I'm watching the game. Bro, people are like, who the fuck is 99? Like, it was the funniest shit ever. I'm like, bro, he's killing y'all. Every play just, oh, come here. I mean, bro, it was the goal line play with him and Greenlaw was just, oh my God, bro. It was unbelievable. Now, Zach Allen, I think I said the last episode. I was talking to somebody. I was like, bro, we really was out here like we should have kept Draymond Jones, man. This dude, he should be because I don't know if he was first team All Pro last year. He better be first team All Pro this year. He does not get any love though.
No, he
He
don't.
doesn't.
Like
He doesn't.
literally like any time I see people do their top 10 D tackles, where the fuck is 99? Like, am I tripping? Like, bro, he just don't have the name recognition. But bro, oh my God, his tape is bro. He's disgusting.
He's one of the best at his position, and he don't even get credit for it. That's the
No,
crazy thing. If not
he's
the
probably
best, if not the best.
he's for sure. I don't care. Nobody say he's top three at D tackle. I don't care. People can name all the names you want to. I'm not putting the top three without Zach Allen in it, bro. You can say Dexter Lawrence, Cam Hayward, whoever else is in the league. I can't think off the top of my head right now. But bro, Zach, I just know for a fact Zach Allen's in that conversation.
For
What he
sure.
does on a week in, week out basis in the run game, and it's bro, like he's literally like Derek Wolf 2.0 on crack. Like it's bro, like, and I love bro. Derek Wolf was insane, but bro, this dude here, like, Jesus, he's one of those dudes where he's gonna be in the league for a long time. And I do want to give him the last shout out for him is that, bro, I remember when he came to Denver, there was his health concerns,
Yep.
and knock on wood. But so far in Denver, bro, that has not been a problem whatsoever. And that goes to the training staff and everything like that. But man, Zach Allen has just been. I ain't gonna lie. Wait, the Broncos extended him, right?
They did.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. He's gonna probably be a Bronco for the rest of his career. Going on to the next award, Rookie of the Year. This one's kind of tough because I'm trying to. It's really a toss up out of the first two guys, Barron and Harvey. But I'm gonna go Jade just because we've been running so many dime looks and he's been so money for us. Those 4 DB, well, I'll say 6 DB packages where they're running 4 corners on the field, and that's all because Jade Barron and just how good he is and how flexible you can put him in so many different spots, outside, inside, slot, safety, linebacker. We've used him everywhere. I'm gonna give it to Jade, bro. He's been a Swiss Army knife in his defense, and fans Joseph just loves him.
Caleb Bloner, anybody? Okay, no, never mind. Let me. I'll pick RJ Harvey, just because he's impressed me a little bit. I knew he was going to be a dynamic player, but the way he's been playing as of late is kind of surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll pick RJ Harvey for this.
Yeah, I like both of those guys, but I have to pick Jade Barron after he said Taylor Swift needed to sing him a song on Instagram. Man, he puts tight ends in blenders, bro. Travis Kelsey, it don't matter what tight end you are. Jade Barron is exactly what he was advertised as at pick 20. Uh, I love him, man. I love him. At JMX knows, bro. We have this debate all the time, but I love him. He's the tight end eraser.
Now that's a fact, and I just want to take this time, move on before I go to next. I want to shout out Jaquan McMillan because there's a lot of smut going around on my guy's name. Anyway,
Not by me
going on
this
to
not by
the
me this time though. So don't
yeah.
not me.
Hey man, shout out to Stephen A. Smith, brother. For sure. Um, man, look. Next up, best. I want to say what? Yeah, I'll say best offseason edition. Y'all know where I'm going. It's Hufunga, bro.
Yeah.
See. It's tough. Like best offseason edition. I was hoping at this point in the season it would have been Evan Ingram, but it's not even close. It's Hufunga. Greenlaw so far though has been everything advertised too though. So if y'all want to give it to Greenlaw, I'm not gonna be mad at it.
I'll just give it to Hufanga because he is a first team All Pro safety right now. Dre Greenlaw, I do believe after this bye week low, I'm hoping he's not on a snap restriction or a minute restriction, whatever you want to say, and I hope they fully unleash him, and then we can see the true Dre Greenlaw. But I'll give it to Hufanga. Hufanga has been just more than incredible. He may have been the best offseason addition in the NFL.
That's a
He,
fact. He's the
he's
best
getting to that
safety.
level. So yeah, I'll give it to Hufanga. I thought J Mac you were gonna say like Adam Prentice or somebody like that.
I do want to shout out Adam Prentice
That was
though.
a great. Hey, that was a great block.
Yeah, no, he actually he played a good game. But if I see that brother out wild one more time, I might actually cut my hair off. They might have to take me to a psych ward if I see Adam Prentice out there out wide one more time. 46 on the outside. Hey
We just
man,
hand him the ball again.
yeah, you feel. About you, Trav,
So I picked Hufanga as my defensive player, so I'm not going to pick him again. Give me LaJordan Humphrey. No, I'm kidding.
brother. I almost lost it. It
Uh,
was close. It was right. A second
uh,
longer, I would have lost.
you know what, bro? Give me J.K. Dobbins, man. It sucks that he's hurt, but the addition that he was for this offense,
Yeah.
uh, I miss him, bro. If we had him against the Chiefs, that game would have been not so close. I feel like the offense would have looked way better with Bo settling. If you had a running back there that could gain some yards. So I'm gonna give it to Dobbins. I mean, you've seen the run game without him, and we're gonna miss him. So
Yeah, man, it's been really. I did want to give it to J.K., but he's just another honorable mention. But how do you guys feel about bringing him back? Everybody is throwing this thing out, man. Well, we knew he was gonna get injured. I'm like, bro, that was a freak injury. All this man injuries be really freak injuries. Like
Yep.
I'm like, and that's the thing. I don't think it's even him being injury prone. I think it's just like, God damn, can the brother catch a break? Like it ain't like he be out with hips or shoulders or his knee or something like that, wrist. Like, bro, these are like gruesome. Like, bruh, this man got hip drop tackled and his ankle got bent. Like it's some crazy stuff. I'm bringing him back 100%. Now with that being said, I would draft a running back or probably bring in another solidified third running back. Jesus Christ, because I don't know what else Tyler Bidet has to do to get cut, but we need to bring in another solidified third back. But I would definitely bring JK back because, and I hate to say it, but you could probably get him at a cheaper price now. But I hope the Broncos do take care of him. But he was money for us, bro. Like he was a top 5-7 back this season, bro. Before
Yep.
he got hurt. I mean, he was unbelievable. Like was the juice of this offense, and it just sucks that we're not gonna have him down the stretch because, bro, if we would have him, oh my god, in the playoffs, and we had the playoffs through Denver. Holy, bro! I ain't gonna lie. Pickers go to the ball just off GP. I'm like, bro, we gonna have him run the ball in the cold in Denver. Man, bro, it'll been great to see. But
Yeah, I also do hate when people say that JK is injury prone because there's stuff you can prevent from getting hurt, like like the shoulders, the ankle rolls, the twisting of the ankles, like stuff like that. Like that is being more injury prone because you can prevent that. You can't prevent the injuries JK has gotten, so he's not
yeah,
really injury prone. With that being said, I would like him back again. I think J Max said it good. You can get him on a cheaper price. I think. I hope it's not another 1 year deal. I hope it's more 2 or 3 years
3.
for JK. Also believe that you have to add another solidified running back, like how JMX said.
Ooh.
But Sean Payne probably likes the room, just like he likes the wide receivers. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I would like JK back.
yeah, I'm a big J.K. guy. When we got him, I was hyped. Seeing his play, I was hyped. I think we definitely got to bring him back. However, I wouldn't be mad if We tried to get Rico Dowdle, the guy I wanted before. Um,
Wow.
that's a guy that I was really high on, and it's panning out in
Nah.
Carolina for him. And I think he might go to a different team, considering that they just paid Chuba last year. So and he's going to want money. So
They
uh,
gonna bring him.
like, but I do want to keep Dobbins. I do think, like you guys said, you can get him cheaper, and I just feel like he fits the culture. And I think, like I said earlier, this team and front office and Sean Payton, they do want to win, but they're also big on the culture and what the team is built on. And I feel like J.K. fits that mold, so I think they bring him back.
Yeah, man, I agree with everything y'all said. I just hope we can bring in a third down back who isn't guaranteed to drop a game. I mean, I think that would really help the offense moving forward. Cause I've been saying it all year, bro. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, man. The last thing I do want to talk about, some news did come out. I missed this completely. I saw it not too like around the time we started the episode. So it's looking like Brandon Ayuk, that brother gonna be out of San Francisco. See, now this is very interesting because, hey, look, as we all know, the Broncos, they picked up the 49ers. I don't know how to describe it. We picked up the 49ers, I guess, leftovers, but they've been all world for us. How would you guys feel about the Broncos potentially going after Brandon Ayuk? Um, I think that'll be at the end of this season because I don't think they voided all his contracts. So I don't think he's gonna be back on the team after this season. So how would you guys feel about that?
Brandon Ayuk is a very interesting guy just because he is a great route runner. He has his times where he can route somebody. Now, with that being said, when you look at his physical stuff, he is 6 feet. Maybe let's just call him 6'1" on a good day. As we know, Sean Payne likes his wide receivers 6'3" or above, which is fine. Brandon Ayuk is a dynamic guy, and he's. I don't want to say he's the slowest person. I don't want to say he's the fastest person. I think he's respectable
He has good
with the
speed.
speed.
It's not elite, but it's good.
Yeah, for sure enough to create separation. That's for a fact.
Yeah.
Um, thing is, Brandon Ayuk is a willing blocker, so maybe that can
Great
entice
block.
Sean Payne a little bit. Um, if it was up to me, I would get Brandon Ayuk. Now, I am not Sean Payton, so I am not stingy with certain stuff, what I want in my wide receiver. So I'm hoping they can kick the tires on it. We are going to be in every single wide receiver conversation in the off season, and
Right.
it's just the willingness to do it because the opportunities are there. It's just Sean Payne needs to get out of this archetype that he has with wide receivers, and he needs to get a guy. And I think Ayuk would be one of these guys.
Yeah, I like Ayuk as well. I think he would be an upgrade for this offense. I will say, he's kind of had that injury history with the Niners, but so have other players. I think that's just a problem within their organization. We've kind of seen that with the guys we've gotten and kept healthy. And like like Jordan said with Sean Payton, he don't really fit the mold for Sean Payton, but
Right.
Maybe Hufunga and Dre Greenlaw will talk him into it. You never know, but I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I want to get better at the receiver position. It'd be interesting to see what we did though. Like who would we move out? Because I mean, it would eventually become crowded. You got three guys on rookie deals, and you got Sutton. So it's like, who do you move out to bring in IU? Do you move 14 and to the Niners? Like, how would that work? Personally, I don't think they're coming off of 14 because of the ties that with Demarius Thomas and the organization. I
He's
think
getting cut, Crab.
he's getting cut.
Yeah, no, they voided his contract for the season.
Hmm.
He's not going to be on the team.
So yeah, sign him. But at the same time, you're gonna have too many guys. Who's not gonna be playing?
I'm gonna just keep this short and simple. The last time we saw Brandon Ayuk play football, he had 1,300 yards and had 7 touchdowns. And was one of the best receivers in goddamn football. One of the best route runners I've probably seen in a while, and he's a hell of a blocker. I think he fits the mold down to a T. See, me personally, I would go and get him and Jalen Waddle. I would bring both of them motherfuckers here to Denver, and whoever wants to get out the hell out can get the hell out. I would bring both of them here to Denver. But I mean, realistically, I think if you were to bring him on, I mean, the injury history, bro, it's San Francisco, and as we seen, like that just some is going on in that building, bro. Like that training staff is absolutely abysmal. Like there
Sure.
is no reason for your guys to be consistently injured in the way they are. Like I don't know what it is, but bro, like these dudes are just getting banged up. I mean, bro, just look at their team. Like they've been the most injured team in football the last like 3-4 seasons.
For sure.
Well, I ain't gonna say three, for sure the last 2 seasons. Brandon Ayuk is interesting because he's 27. He'll be 28 in March. I think this is an honest, and I think he wants to play. I just think he was like, I'm not gonna go back and play for these dudes, bro. Like, I'm not gonna like, and I feel him. Like, he got his money, he got paid, whatever, but they voided his contract. Um, I think it'll be interesting. I would 100% do it. I think it's one of those things where he's gonna have a market when he gets cut, and I think the Broncos need to be right there to get him. I think the Broncos are they have to go revamp this room. I'm not saying just you know trade 14 or make any drastic moves, but you're entering that win now. You're in that win now window. Bo Nix is still on his rookie deal, and there are moves to be made. Now, I think they will add one wide receiver, whether that be free agency or through trade. Now, I do have it on great authority that there is a specific wide receiver who wants to be in Denver, and I think the Broncos will definitely revisit this in the offseason. Um,
Do you
yeah,
think?
it's 17 in Miami. Like that's something that definitely should be happening in the offseason. But as far as Brandon Ayuk go, hey man, I said you can't have enough wide receivers, especially when you got a quarterback going to his third year. You want to bring as much talent as you can. Like, you're entering that win now window. So it's like, at what point do we start to get a little bit more serious on that side of the football?
I agree that we need to be looking into it heavily. But at the same time, I think a lot of it's going to depend on what happens from here on out from this season. If you see a leap from Pat Bryant and you already are seeing a little bit of a jump from Troy Franklin, I mean, at that point, it's like, are you going to move the guys out that you're trying to develop to bring in an already? In my opinion, and this is just my take, and it's the same thing I said last season. They need a tight end. They need a
That's a fact.
solidified tight end. Evan Ingram, and respectfully, is not a solidified tight end. So you need to bring in a tight end. I think the receiving room is young, and that's the part that I feel like a lot of people forget. They're just like, oh, let's go out and get a star. And I agree, we do need a wide receiver one. But at the same time, I kind of want to see the development of Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims. They're all on rookie deals. So I want to see them get developed. And, I mean, Troy has taken a leap from year one to year two. So it's like, and I think Pat Bryant's special, bro. I think he could be our guy in the future. I really do believe that, bro. And you might think I'm crazy, but I think he has all the tools to be Denver's guy down the road.
Define guy.
I think he could be our one, bro. And that might sound crazy. I think he could be. I think if Sean Payton develops him and utilizes him the way he utilized Mike Thomas, I think it works all day. I think it works all day.
I mean, look, I just think, I'm here for development too. I'm not saying you shouldn't develop the guys, but we're not at that point at the stage of the team to continue to do that, and we're putting our offense in harm's way. Like, I'm with you on the tight end part. Like, I wouldn't be surprised they let go Evan Ingram and draft the tight end and then bring in another one. But as far as the receiver position goes, Troy has been better. I don't think Troy's been like a home run hitter, but I think Troy has been good. We're going to see how Pat Bryant finishes the season. Hopefully we continue to give him the ball. But I think even with that, though, you need more. Like, and I believe, you know what I'm saying, there's a world where you can have your young wide receivers, but then have Sutton and then have another guy there. Like, I mean, I just think there's a world on that because you can develop, bro. You can never not have enough wide receivers. Like, you can. That's just like for people saying, "Oh, we need to have 4 guys." Like, shit, we got 4 guys now, but we're using what 2.5, 3.
I mean,
So I mean, I'm
I
looking at it.
agree that we should bring in another guy, but it's like at what cost? Because at some point it's going to be too.
Winning,
At some point it's going to be too many mouths to feed, bro. Like
bro.
you have 2 guys right now that this season have been your go-to guys, which has been 14 and
That's
11.
a fact.
It's been 14 and 11.
And how has that been working for us
I mean,
offensively?
that's a fair point. I mean, I agree with you, But at the same time, if you bring in one of these guys that are a speedster, we got two speedsters. But when they get open up the
Well,
stretch, if you ain't hitting those passes, bro, it don't matter if you got speed, brother. And that's just
I don't think it's necessarily bring. I think there's receivers in the league that have speed that just aren't classified as speedsters though. Like I think you can bring in a wide receiver that can be electric and that can win in one-on-one situations and can be a safety blanket. I think we're still kind of missing that guy that can just consistently win in in moments. Like I'm not. I mean, look, Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin, they've been good, but like we need to go add another guy, and I don't think it's gonna be a cost thing. I think if Sean Payton can get out of his own way, I think you can develop these guys and still have these stars on the outside. Like, I mean, bro, we see it around the league, bro. Like, like for example, look at Green Bay. They're developing their young guys, but like, bro, like you see Savion Williams have a big game. When Jade Reed come back, he's gonna be good. Christian Watson has been good. Romeo Doubs, like, bro, they got nothing but receivers over there, and it's like, yeah, you maybe need to give Matthew Golden a few more snaps, but
but they're
bro,
kind
if the guys we got are eating, bro, like we can work you in too. But dude, like the starters just aren't what we need, Trav. I'm
I,
sorry. Like
I
I love
agree.
their team, but
I agree.
brother,
Bring in a Waddle or an IU, but at the same time, bro, you just compared us to Green Bay, which is a very similar situation when Tucker Kraft is not on the field.
no. I didn't compare us to Green Bay. I was just saying I was saying, look at how they run their offense and look how we run our offense.
Yeah, they
I
got
don't think
like
they're
they
that
got
much
like eight
similar.
wide receiver twos, just like we got a bunch of wide receiver twos. It's the same thing.
Twos or threes and fours.
Yeah, I mean that it's the same thing, brother. It's like
I don't think it's the same thing.
The Packers offense and their receiving core is very similar to Denver's. They don't have that true playmaker like a Waddle. They don't.
I mean, I'm known as the Pat Bryant, even though it's not true because I don't hate him, but I am known as that guy on X.
Oh no.
If we don't bring in a wide receiver one like a Jalen Waddle because we want to see Pat Bryant develop, I am going to lose my mind.
Oh
And
god.
I mean
Hey
that with
man,
all due respect.
bro,
Um,
and like yeah, like I think Pat Bryant can be a really good wide receiver, but to this notion that I think he can be the franchise number one guy, oh, I don't think that. Like I think he's a good complementary piece to the whole puzzle. I don't, bro. That one guy is sitting that we need is sitting on another team. I mean, it just is though. Like I believe Pat Bryant, he can be our third or fourth best wide receiver. 100%. Like I feel like no bullshit. If we brought in a dude like a Waddle, I ain't saying IU would be the move I would make, be on 100% on board with as the top option. But I think if you add a guy like a Waddle, say for example, you throw him into this offense, or hell, an AJ Brown because he's gonna get the hell out of Philly. And God forbid he goes to New England. God forbid AJ Brown goes back or Vrabel because it's gonna be borderline over. But we had a guy like AJ Brown, and Jalen Waddle to this offense. It's gonna open it up, and the young guys can still get Troy and Pat Bryant developed, but it's like, bro, and when it matters the most, imagine having a guy that caliber on it. Like I shouldn't have to worry about um Jalen Watson. No disrespect to this brother, I'm like, yeah, he gonna take away our guy. Like, I mean, I just want to have be optimistic going into games, and like I believe our guy on the outside can win on a consistent basis. And I just think that's what the Broncos need, bro. Like, and I think there's a lot of guys this offseason that's gonna be available. And it's just whether or not the Broncos had chances this offseason. Like, there's no reason why Stephon Diggs chose New England over Denver. You should have just paid him. Because I ain't gonna lie, right now he's freeing up everybody over there. But I'm just saying, like, the Broncos have to go get this dude because, like Jordan said, bro, you're trying to develop these third, fourth round pick wide receivers into bona fide superstars, and you can potentially hold your team back from a win now window. And that's what can happen. But I definitely think that they can be really good, like complementary pieces. Like I think Troy Franklin can be big time. I think Pat Bryant can be big time, but just not as the wide receiver one though.
Pat Bryant's going to take the torch from Sutton, bro. Like he's going to, bro. It's going
I
to fall
mean,
down the
I
line.
mean, some would say that torch ain't that respectable, but
Oh yeah, like this guy named Jordan Mackey.
Hey, see, bro, I didn't say a word. See, I was gonna say something, but I absolutely didn't say a word. I was gonna say
I
the
said
bar
it.
is kind
I
of set.
said it.
The bar is kind of like Jordan said. The torch is, you know what I'm saying. I ain't saying the bar is just this like extremely hot thing, but I mean, I definitely think that it's a need we need to make, bro. But as far as this season goes, I think we're in really good shape. I think come playoff time, it's gonna really matter on Bo Nix making absolute crazy plays, like we saw in the Chiefs game. Him having to make perfect throws and him on the 3rd and 15 have to be just exceptional. And I think that's just what the key is gonna have to be. And I think we got the quarterback to do it. Let's just hope we can get out of really the only thing standing in Denver way to me is themselves. And I fully believe that. I think that's the only thing standing in their way from actually going to win the goddamn thing. It's just themselves, bro. And hey, I'll say this. If we win the Super Bowl with these motherfuckers that we got at the wide receiver position right now, oh brother. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Oh, bro, we actually go get some dogs. Bro, oh my goodness. God forbid we get a tight end. Oh my God. Can you imagine? If we win the bowl, what the amount of shit I'm gonna talk
That means
about
that
Bo Nix if we win a Super Bowl with Lil Jordan Humphrey and Cortland Sutton, brother. I'm telling the world right now they ain't gonna want to hear me.
hey that
I'm
that
going to be it's gonna be some very uncomfortable takes I'm going to be having.
that
Uncomfortable.
you know
What's
what that
that mean?
means though. That means one
What?
of these receivers, bro, is gonna have to break out, brother, and play top tier.
I mean, I don't maybe, or it just could be the Broncos handle their business,
Hey,
like, and just keep playing the way they have been.
you never know. The Jordan Humphrey might catch us a game-winning Super Bowl pass, and then you'll have to buy his jersey.
Okay, like I want to be on the record and say this. I will no bullshit. Lil Jordan Humphrey catches the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. Me and Trav can do an episode, and I will legit. I will bring my barber in here, and he will cut off all my hair while
Oh,
while me
oh,
and Trav do a
no!
podcast.
Oh
Oh
If if,
boy.
no!
if, if Lil Jordan Humphrey catches a touchdown in the Super Bowl,
Oh boy.
matter of fact, I mean I'll be happy we got the ball anyway. But I will no bullshit. I will have my barber come in here. Me and Trav can do the episode, getting my hair cut off, cause I'm going to cry. But I'll be happy at the same time. It'll be definitely be a bittersweet moment, but that shit is not happening as much. But I
Man.
do think Cortland Sutton catch it in the Super Bowl
Or Troy
for sure.
Franklin if you don't drop it. But
That's
yeah,
a fact. But I mean, hey man, it's a lot of good stuff to look at. We're 9-2. We on a bye. We got 2 favorable games coming out, and I don't know how the hell the Broncos are favored to lose against Washington. But these brothers are 2.5-point dogs.
That's nuts.
Now let me check on this
how?
again because yesterday we were. Let me see if they
Their
updated it.
defense is atrocious, bro. How?
Let me see if they updated it. Hold up.
And is Jaden
Yeah,
even
they
playing?
updated it. The Broncos are 6.5-point favorites now. Okay, but I do know when I checked it, the Broncos were 2.5-point dogs. I was like, hey, this shit ain't no way. This
You were
shit
looking
like
at
that.
2024,
No, I
2023.
was looking. No. This was yesterday because my friend is a Commanders fan, and he swears up and down that they about to win the game. But oh wow. But yeah, hey man, Broncos are 9-2. Before we end it, Jordan, man, thank you for coming on the show, man. I love
Thanks,
you, my
brother.
brother.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, man. It was fun. You know what I'm saying. Hopefully, we're gonna try to definitely have you on before the playoffs start. Like probably that week going into the playoffs
Hey, if
for
Pat
sure.
Bryant has a big game, bro, we gotta have Jordan on, bro. That's gonna be the new motto. If Pat Bryant has a game where he's
He's
100
looked
yards
good though.
receiving, bro, we gotta get Jordan on.
Yeah, I've been especially after his last game where he actually looked good. I've been getting some stuff about, hey, look, Pat Bryant, look, you didn't run a slant anymore. I mean, I've been getting some of those stuff, but it is what it is. I'm kind of used to it. Even though the stat prediction I had for Pat Bryant on my other podcast I do with Cam, it was very low, and he's not even on pace to make that. But I digress. I won't go for it. I won't go further.
Nah, man, what was it?
I think I had him for going for 400 yards or
Oh,
350.
oh no, he's
He
he's not even gonna
he
hit that.
finally is now on pace to make it. But
He's got 230.
yeah, I think it was 6 games in, he wasn't even gonna be close to reaching that. I think this game helped him big time, but we'll see. It was a very low mark I gave him though, and a lot of people were not happy.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's gonna be solid, man. I will say that. I definitely think he's gonna be a good player. Do I think, like Trav said, I think he's gonna be the guy? I wouldn't. I'm not going that far, brother.
I mean,
I don't
I
know
want
about that one.
I want Troy Franklin to be the guy. He just needs to work on catching the ball sometimes. That's who I want to be the guy because the connection and it's working, but he's got to fix
You
some
know, one
drops.
guy that nobody said for rookie of the year though,
Oh,
Jeremy Crawshaw, man.
I was gonna pick him.
yeah.
I was
Hey,
gonna pick him, but
hey.
I gotta go RJ Harvey.
Since you were talking about talk about takes you got hated on for, me and J Mac hated Jeremy Crawshaw in the preseason. We hated
Oh,
him.
but deservedly so. He was horrible.
And in the
Yeah.
regular season, a new man showed up and we had to eat our words. So that was fun.
Nah, give it to him, bro.
You
He's
know, he's
been
a
good,
dog.
and
Yeah,
I think he's only gonna get better as his career goes
he's
along.
been one of the best punters this year, actually, surprisingly, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he been a dog, but
He was for sure working on stuff during the preseason. Like I think that was actually confirmed too. Like he was working on like different techniques and stuff, which I get, but man, he's been bombing the balls now.
shit, it almost cost him a roster spot. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, those were the two
try that
guys.
shit in practice.
Those are the two guys that Darren Rizzi was coaching: Will Lutz and Jeremy Crawshaw. Everybody else, nope.
Mhm.
No, I'm not gonna
But
lie.
yeah.
Frank Crum did have a big block against Kansas City, though.
Oh man, shout out to him. He did, bro. And isn't it weird that the offensive lineman is on that and is in that position though? I think
Yeah.
that shit is actually absolutely hilarious, man. But I will say, before I give Darren Rizzi any credit, we need to just be a little bit more
We need to
consistent.
see
But
more.
he did.
His his coverages are terrible, but we need to see more.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, comment, hit that sub button. This man keep showing us some love. I'm your host JMX, my other co-host Trav, and our special guest, my boy Jordan Lopez. Until the next one, peace out.
Peace out.
Peace.